Hello, everyone. Welcome back. If you are joining us again, or for your first time, welcome to this lovely chaos that we are now aptly calling the Dice That Bind Us. We are just a D&D group that started during the 2020 craziness. Hopefully, if you're watching this not in 2020, you've done great. You're still here. That's awesome. Yeah, we are a D&D group that are playing a heavily homebrew modified version of Storm King's Thunder, the pre-built campaign. If any of you are familiar with it, the homebrew elements will come up very quickly and very constantly. I thought it was a cool story, but I thought it could be really augmented to be made awesome. So we're going to do some introduction of everybody, and then I'm going to do a full recap of a lot of stuff that we're going to cover, because all of it kind of went to shit at the end of the last episode. So first off, I'm Alex. I play everybody that they don't. I use he, him pronouns.
My name is Krista. I use they, them pronouns, and I play Lysander Elias, the Furbolg Paladin, Paladin of Sylvanas, and Lysander uses he or they pronouns.
So I'm Rob, and I play Anook, a Goliath, an island-bent Goliath druid. And typically I use he, him pronouns, and so does Anook. But being a druid with wild shape, what are pronouns?
What is gender?
Yeah. On that note, my name's Ian. I play Tepartos III, a Furbolg life cleric, and both of us use he, him pronouns.
I play Tum Ult. My name is Zach. I use he, him pronouns, so does Tumult. So does Tum and Ult. He is a male Air Ganassi warlock / death domain cleric, and I'm using the Unearthed Arcana early version of the Genie warlock.
Awesome. I'm Jay. I play Tempbard, the human bard, and both I and Tempbard use they, them pronouns.
Hi, I'm Devin. I use he or they pronouns. I play the tiefling warlock, Ivan, that uses he, him pronouns.
Awesome. And joining us later will be Coda. He plays Gargak, the half-orc barbarian. Both use he, him pronouns. He is fulfilling his personal life duties at the moment. But he will be joining us later on, and we'll jump him in. But now, let's talk about the campaign so far, because all of this matters. If you would like a more full-scale, more detailed version of this, there is an introduction video to the campaign of the story so far before we started recording on the page. Check that out. You should do that anyways if you haven't watched it yet, because this group has done a lot of really cool stuff. So, our group has accomplished many, many, many great things in their time traveling together thus far. Meeting by happenstance at the town of Nightstone, they dealt with a bunch of bullshit there that seems to take days and days and days to get through, almost as if it's a level building and knowledge building tutorial section of the game itself. They busted through that, did pretty well. They met a lovely young goblin in this town named Gum Gum, who they immediately befriended and that promptly joined the party with them. Also, in Nightstone, before they'd left the starting village, they also befriended a half-orc named Soup, who also was immediately persuaded to join the party and go off with them on adventures, because I don't say no a lot. They beat the crap out of Nightstone. They handled everything they could possibly handle there before they continued on their adventure, going through a lot of various twists and turns along the way, meeting some fantastical characters. At the edge of their Nightstone adventure, they were introduced to the mysterious figure who was a member of the mysterious organization Xerxes, who went by the name of Dandelion. He essentially came to them and said that all monstrous life needed to be ended. The giants, the dragons, everyone that wasn't a base humanoid deserved to be eradicated because all they would ever do is try to conquer the world from the quote-unquote small folk. At this time, the party was like, yes, that seems good. At least most of them. So they left Nightstone with this image in their minds of what should happen. But the story is never as clear as the first major arc indicates. As they continued through their adventures, they met a lovely hill giant woman by the name of Moog. Much smaller in frame and stature than most hill giants you would expect. Moog took a very, very heightened interest in the one and only Tepartos III. What happened on that fateful night in that tower is extremely unclear and has yet to be clarified, despite what you asked Tepartos. But nonetheless, this opened up an entire new theory to how this problem could be solved. The problem being the ordning that kept the giants in a set hierarchy that kept them guided under one banner had fallen. Moog and her late husband wanted to bring the ordning back in a way that the leader of the ordning, the high giant king, would be someone that wanted to bring peace to the land, someone that would want the giants and the small folk to work together, really for the giants and everyone to work together peacefully. Most people did not see this as a plausible future, and when Tepartos brought this up, kind of turned their back on it, like it was this long lost dream that would never be achieved. As the adventure continued, they came across a very odd character. As they investigated this character, it seems to be Dandelion standing by a river, beckoning them. They heard the voice of Dandelion calling them over. And this, my dear friends and allies, is where they met Lion Dandy for the first time. A knockoff cartoon version of the man, the myth, the legend himself, who challenged them to an extremely hard puzzle combat that, of course, being the intelligent players they are, outsmarting me once again very quickly, figured out how to beat this problem. And when he appeared, he left behind a very small chest. When he disappeared, rather, after being defeated, he left behind a very small chest that contained a few lovely treasures. The first being an old, ancient-looking, like carved from stone and fossilized, like amber, holy symbol of Sylvanas, which immediately caught the attention of both Tepartos and Lysander. The other two items being a quill and a journal. I bring these up with emphasis for a reason. For those of you that have been keeping up with the story, you know why. As time passed, the next big notable adventure that these fine adventurers went on was to go and seek out a dragon named Old Gnawbone. Upon meeting Old Gnawbone, they essentially secured her as an ally if their endgame was to indeed stop the giants from destroying all the other races that exist. However, this led to a tragic downside. Oh man, I skipped a very important piece of this.
Very important person.
At one point, while they were on their journeys, who were in the lovely town of Waterdeep, they came across and then very promptly got fired a town guard by the name of Phil, who, because again, I don't say no to my players, joined the party.
He just wanted to build
Also, along the way, Gum Gum died in a tragic cave accident. It's a long story. So, fast forward to Old Gnawbone. They secured her as an ally, but when they left, they discovered that Soup and Phil, who had been left to guard the horses along with many of their mounts, had been killed by bandits. Going on a rage-filled drive of vengeance, Ivan and Anuk chased after these bandits and promptly dealt with them. Upon returning, sitting there was none other than Dandelion, who, in more words, said that he could have stopped Phil and Soup from dying, but chose not to, as they being the party, had chosen to work against him and Xerxes at this time. The party continues forward, trying to figure out where to go from here, and this encounter leads to Partos to break this vow of silence that he had agreed to with Moog and tell the party all of the details, explaining to them about Moog's lost husband, about the fact that Zephyros, a kind cloud giant they had met along their journeys, was in fact the father of Moog's late husband. The party, wanting to verify Partos' side of the story before making an even larger enemy of Dandelion and Xerxes, used a small token that Zephyros had given them to call this cloud giant to their aid and to ask him questions. The giant started making his way towards them, but as he was just on his flying cloud tower, it wasn't instantaneous. And so the party decided to go and investigate a cave that they had seen appear on the side of a mountain that they had been passing by. Upon approaching it, it was seen that only Lysander could truly see the door that was appearing on the side of this mountain, and it was somehow connected to the ancient holy symbol they had previously found. Upon walking through this door, they realized that they had entered a demiplane, an area that was created by what can only assume to be Sylvanas a long time ago. The party continued through this challenge, meeting a very odd creature that had been left to defend this place. After defeating this creature, Lysander found a stone shield that had a hole in the center that appeared to be just the right size to fit the ancient holy symbol they carried. Upon placing the holy symbol into the shield, it burst forth with a light that healed their ailing party members and seems to bring vegetation and life to the entire storm coast itself, seemingly unlocking a long-lost piece of Sylvanas' power. As the party exited this demiplane, the door disappeared and the mountain returned to its original state. And Zephyros and his tower were sitting there waiting. The party went to go chat with their old friend Zephyros, and this is where our tale takes a turn for the wild. The party has a quill and a journal that they have yet to interact with in any capacity whatsoever, aside from knowing that they cannot be identified by normal means. So they immediately start writing things down in it, trying to test out what the magical capabilities of this book could be. Ivan transported his essence into a house cat that was currently being eaten by a giant and died, promptly brought back to life, of course. He then turned himself into a cat on the spot after more cleverly wording his choice, although experiencing an excruciating amount of pain during the process. And then the party told Zephyros that he had lost a majority of his memories. And after Zephyros saw what this book and this quill could do, he, I was going to say cleverly persuaded the group to give him the book and the quill, but really all he did was go, "Can I see the book and the quill?" And they went, "Okay."
I trusted him.
They hand him the book and the quill, and Zephyros wrote into the book, "Zephyros gains back all his lost memories." And immediately the cloud giant went into a blind state of rage, filled with a power that they had not seen before, out of this before friendly and calm and collected and gentle giant that now seemed to have the power to control all of nature himself. He split the mountain that the adventurers had previously been into this demiplane on and caused it to start erupting with lava. He called a storm cloud the size and likes of which had never been seen before, that was calling down lightning bolts that shrieked with almost a red-hot power to them. Earthquakes started surrounding the lands. Chaos was ensuing. The party desperately tried to plead to this giant to stop what he was doing, but alas, it never worked. The party tried to flee, but being the loving and ever endearing people they are, they refused to give up on a friend, someone that they cared about. So they persisted. They kept trying to save this giant. Finally, when the odds were starting to look absolutely out of their favor, Anuk, after saving his beloved pet ballet George and the griffins that Zephyros had, picked up the book and the quill and wrote down a very specific phrase. That phrase, without me having notes open in front of me, stated, "All of this was a dream." The party finds themselves outside of the cave they entered, and then the date before's date, as in the day before. Now, initially, at the end of last episode, for those of you that are watching along, I made some claims. I made some statements about what had happened, and because I had misheard what Hero had said when he was entering everything in. Hero is Rob, for those of you that don't know that. Sorry.
LARPing.
Yeah, gotta love LARP names. I misunderstood what he had said, and I said that they appeared in the before the cave yesterday, and so I immediately sent them all the way back to the town of Nightstone, where they had started their adventure so long ago, but I was immediately corrected to the cave they had entered on the previous date. Now, the party, that's the last thing they know, because I had told them that I had to do some thinking about where this was going to leave them, and that was a good place to end the episode there. Well, I have had some time to do some thinking, and to think about how the rules of the bullshit magic items that I create interact with one another. And to think about how the power level of magic items will directly influence who created them and what they were created by, and what their effects will have on magic created by the other magically powerful people that have created them, and all of these things that all have to work together in the bullshit chaos that is how my brain works, because I did this ultimately to myself.
Casual
That's the
reminder
joys of homebrew.
to thank your DMs.
Yeah.
Thank your DMs, everybody.
Now, unfortunately, none of the information that was given last session was correct.
Oh, fuck.
Neither the statement that you ended up back in Nightstone, nor that you are back outside of the cave inside of the demiplane. A few other things that I need to retcon or clarify if I had not said opposite. you all do still have all of your belongings.
Hey.
Lysander, your shield included. As for where you are, you wake up. The past day seeming like a dream. You wake up inside of a cave. You know, in real life, you've never met any of the people that you're waking up around. But you have had the weirdest dream that you've all been adventuring together for a few weeks now. A lot of the details are foggy and hard to remember. You vaguely remember there was like a dragonborn at some point. You think? You have foggy memories of like a goblin that followed you around. You swear there was more than one half-orc at one point.
Oh no.
Wasn't there a town guard somewhere? Whatever happened to that guy that you were escorting? Did he ever make it to the town he was trying to go to? Lysander, it's time. You need to start your adventure. You need to get out of your hometown. You need to go and figure out what's going on. You all, to clarify, open your eyes at the same time, having experienced a dream. Looking around, you see the other PCs, Garagak included, and that's all.
First thing I do is start looking for George.
You don't
Wait.
remember George.
Is this a cave at my home?
Nope. There is no Princess Pony. There is no Awesome.
This pony.
Where's Phil and Stu?
Who are they?
Oh, you bastard.
Hero, you retconned the entire campaign.
I'm kind of mad at you now.
I should point out one thing. I told DeChrista while we are roommates, in our kitchen, 20 minutes before we got on Zoom, I said, man, people are not going to like this.
I mean, I get it, and you gotta do what you gotta do, but George.
I know it.
It's his pony.
I know it.
But I have my shield.
But you do have your shield. Here's the other bit. Because if you thought I was done, you're wrong. I may have misspoke earlier when I said that you have all of your belongings. Every magic item that has been acquired over this campaign thus far, be it
Fuck
found,
you.
be it bought, be it however you managed to acquire it, is no longer in your possession.
Damn it.
Aww.
My fam, we broke.
Does that include?
I am very upset.
Does that include?
And what about the tattoo? that had been bestowed upon Anouk?
The tattoo is still there.
Okay.
Tempard had a girlfriend.
A dragon girlfriend.
Tempard did have a dragon girlfriend, but Tempard, you have dreams like that all the time.
Ooh.
What about the effects?
Yeah, but my moms are there to congratulate me. Okay, it's different.
Yeah.
All right, we still have to find Tempard's moms.
So
Devin, you had a
just-
question.
yeah.
What about like the effects from the many effects we had from the deck? I'm assuming the deck themselves are gone. What about like the already drawn, like the wish and like the throne and the cards and stuff?
All of those remain.
Okay.
Including the decks?
No, the decks are gone.
Oh, thank
Fun
God.
fact,
So
the
I need to
decks were
go-
stolen from you like forever ago, but nobody's tried to pull from them in the last like 4
Who stole our
sessions.
decks?
When you were in Westbridge outside of the forest and you stayed that night and I had you guys roll perception checks throughout the night when you had people on watch.
That's awesome.
I don't remember who exactly failed their roll, but somebody got like a 5 on their perception check, and I was like, well, something's getting stolen, and guess what's the most bullshit thing that I don't want to deal with anymore? The decks of many things.
So I
Gone.
just have to. God, is my +1 battle axe just a normal battle axe now?
Oh boy,
Correct.
I'm happy.
And my
Yes, Hero.
goggles are gone.
Portable hole is gone.
Everything
Correct.
I
The
own
chest
is
with all
gone.
the gold is gone.
Keyword's handy sack is gone. The staff of healing is gone.
I'm
Goggles.
naked.
Everything
Nice.
is gone.
Tumult's naked.
I'm naked. Wait, am I back to Morzir now? I'll go back to being my Dragonborn.
No, you're still Tumble. Any other questions you guys have that you think you could answer from inside of this cave at a base glance, feel free to ask.
Can I see?
No, it's pretty dark.
Okay.
That also
Can-
means that the
My
book
goggles of
and
night
quill
are
are gone.
Yeah.
No, you do still have the book and quill. I apologize.
They were in the portable hole.
So as you wrote it down, the effect took place. So they are still out of the hole.
Yeah. There was like in your hands as you had it.
Yes,
Do you wake up holding a quill and a book?
you do.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, I
The
gotta get rid of
three-
these
The
potions
3
too.
artifacts that could not be identified still exist.
Oh, does that mean your necklace is gone, Tempard?
I'm kind of upset if my necklace is gone.
It- it-
It's probably gone.
I had to find. I know this sucks, and I'm really sorry, guys. But
So
like,
how?
No,
Does that
it's
mean
a
I'll-
great way to. It's like waking up in a prison.
So our
I
is our
can't
experience
see.
reset?
no, you guys are still level 8.
Well,
Yeah,
Tempard and I
really.
are 7.
Oh, yeah, because you guys leveled down.
Oh yeah.
I light a torch. Does anything look familiar?
Oh, thank
Uh,
God there's light.
Ian, I can't.
Ian,
hear
we
you.
can't hear you again.
God damn it! I'm
Oh,
gonna
there
pick
it
up a
is.
stone and cast light on it.
Yeah, I was
You,
gonna light a torch. So
A torch is lit, a stone has light, and all of a sudden, you guys, for those of you that had dark vision, you could see this before, but you guys see a very small cave. It's about 20 feet in all that, like 20 feet diameter across. You guys are kind of packed in here, but you see a lot of faces that you recognize,
Ah!
but you don't know.
Oh, great. I'm back to this one. I just kind of shrink down into a ball and just kind of like stand at the edge of the light, not all the way in it, fully recognizing I am naked and just trying to figure out what's going on because now I'm back to
I think
the tumult that
technically you
doesn't
have.
talk.
I think you technically have underclothes.
No,
No,
those
'cause
went
it
away
destroys
with.
all
No,
non-magical
like under.
possessions.
Like you probably have underpants on.
No, the only thing I had was my glamored leather armor
Oh,
and
that's
cloak
right.
of
Because
protection
everything else
because
was eaten. By
everything
the...
got destroyed. I had nothing.
The other thing that you see when the lights come on is inscrawled in the top of this cave. One, at this point, vaguely recognizable symbol.
It's a
A
dandelion,
large,
isn't it?
it's not a dandelion. It is a large, smiling mouth.
Symbol of
The
Xerxes.
very Cheshire cat marks.
Oh, that's fine.
A mark that has only ever been seen once before. It is on the corner of the book that Anuk is presently holding.
Lion dandy.
Looking closer at these people, you said we like are familiar with them, but have no
You-
don't have a recognition.
I'm not going to take away all of your memories of everything you guys have gone through and all of those things. You guys still remember your dreams very vividly.
Yeah.
But it's as if you guys have experienced it all in a dream. So you know each other's names. You know
Oh, I
who
thought you
each
meant
other is.
I interpreted that we are in a cave with people besides the PCs.
No. You
That's why I
guys
was like,
see.
what?
You guys just see each other essentially.
Got it.
But you recognize who each other is. You know each other's names. But it's like everything you've done was just a dream.
But we're more like passing acquaintances instead of a band of friends.
I mean, it's up to you how you interpret that, right? So, like, you guys, in your minds, experienced everything you guys have gone through. But it feels like it was just an extremely vivid dream.
Why were the rest of you in my dream? It's been a very long night, and how did we get here? I'm supposed to be leaving my clan in the morning. What? Where's my family? Who are the rest of you?
I point
Tepartos
at.
is Tepartos. But Tepartos does not know. Tepartos.
I remember you all. You may have been in the dream, but the dream, it may be like magic, and it's a foretelling or telling of the past, and you are all friends, yeah.
I pointed at Nook holding the book and say, "That isn't magic, I know. Whatever
Ian,
that did in that dream, I no."
Ian, you're muted again. Not
Or at least you're quiet
choice.
again. No, we hear you faintly, but it's very faint again.
Just give me a. Yeah.
That's okay.
I look at the book and read what was written.
Anuk, you
You
read
have a little book. That's cute.
It's a
the
prompt.
exact sentence that you wrote.
And the stuff before?
Gone.
Is there like an
I am about to
exit?
crack.
Please try to fix it with the book again. Please try to
No,
fix it with the
no,
book
no.
again.
I'm
No, no,
loudly
no.
crying in the corner.
No.
Hi.
Seeing him read the book, I'm gonna ask him what it says.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And I tell him exactly what it says. It was all a dream. And we wake up on this day.
So, what day is this day? And are we all who we remember us being?
A nook is a nook. You should know that.
Yes. You are Anuk. You are Lysander. You are Ivan. You are Tempard. You are Tom, and also Ult sometimes. Tepartos knows that more than anything. But Tepartos also feels like there were others, and yet they are not here. Where?
I feel a heavy loss in my heart. Like we are not whole.
No. Something
There-
is very wrong.
There is something I can do to maybe make something good of this.
Oh, okay.
Ivan,
Yes.
I remember. Come here.
Ivan curiously gets up and walks over.
I boop him on the nose and cast polymorph.
Into a dog, right?
He's a cat. A little black house cat.
Ivan, for the next minute, you are...
No, it's
Hour,
it
isn't it?
stops,
Polymorph
right?
is not a minute, bud.
Isn't
Was
it
it
an hour? Or is
Yeah.
it 8 hours?
Polymorph is up to an hour as long as I concentrate.
Awesome.
Ivan, you're a cat.
Does it replace mental stats too, or does
Yep.
it replace
You're a
just?
cat.
You're just a cat.
So I am
You are
very.
a house cat, but you do have your memories.
And your alignment.
Yep.
Okay. So
Uh,
immediately
the target
I
assumes
start,
the
like,
hit points of its new form. When it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to its normal number. Returns to the number of hit points it had before transformation. Well, that's not the important stuff. The target's game stats, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality.
Awesome. So I'll go ahead and willfully fail the save and turn into a cat. And I'll immediately talk like, first as a cat, like very questioningly, like, am I actually a cat? And, like look down at my paws and like, oh, it's sweet, I do have veins. And then I'll just start like very excitedly, like hopping around, you know, like just kind of in circles. And yeah, I'm just a really, really happy kitty right now.
I'm gonna
Every
ask
once
if
in a while-
anyone has a quill and paper that is not currently that book and quill that Unnook has.
I have a blanket if you want to wrap yourself in it, my friend.
I do too, and I start to unwrap my blanket, which happens to be the cloth around my waist.
No.
Hold up
No.
my hand. No. I don't. Clothes aren't my worry right now. I need paper. I need paper.
Still crying.
I'm still throwing my blanket at you.
Alex, do I still have a lock of Soup's hair?
Sure don't.
It's not a magic item.
Sure isn't.
Cool. I was just going through my equipment list to see if I had a quill, and I was like, I have that in my inventory?
I deleted everything.
I mean, I had like my clothes.
I had nothing that wasn't magical in my
And a
For those, I don't know if
quarterstaff.
this happened. I don't know if this happened while we were recording or not. Tummel at one point drew, I believe it's the Ruin card out of the deck of many things, which destroys all of your non-magical possessions.
Oh, I can't. Oh, it's a custom item. I was like, I can't
So,
delete Soup's hair.
Tummel currently has nothing. Because if I recall correctly, the arcane focus you got was magically enhanced
Uh-huh.
to be a +1/+1 magic or arcane focus. So you don't have that either.
I have a
So
I have a
I'm doing,
tabard that I got from the Uthgari tribe, apparently. Do I still have that?
I'm doing the only other thing I know how. So there's no paper. I'm gonna grab a rock and I'm going to ask for a little bit of light on the wall and I'm gonna start drawing circles.
I have some parchment. No quill, no ink, but some parchment. Here, please, take it.
I was like,
Oh, I have
quill-
ink pen paper.
I got you covered on the ink part if you really need it.
no.
Is there an entrance to this cave? Are we?
You see a path that leads somewhere.
I mean, you could use maybe charcoal if you. So, DM,
I'm drawing on my paper.
Yes, Hero.
do we need to pick new spells? Do we remember our spells, or do we need to go through and re-pick our spells?
Oh shit.
For those of you that
I mean,
going to
because
say-
I'm down
I'm
with
going
this
to
being a
say-
reset on the spells too.
I mean, you're a daily prep person.
I'm going to say no, because that would leave, honestly, just Zach kind of fucked.
Tempard too. Bards aren't daily.
Oh yeah, bards do also learn their spells as they go. But I'm not going to take away like your pure class functions. That seems over the top.
Okay.
And as for like beasts you've seen in your dreams or whatever, like that's fine. Don't use it to break the game later, but like
There's your
things,
warning.
the things you experienced happened. The things you've been through happened.
They're
So
as
you
real
have-
as dreams are, so it's like we remember everything the way we do.
Exactly.
But I don't remember George?
You don't
Or
remember.
is George just an empty hole in my heart now?
You remember there was a belay. All of the minute details of the dream are hard to remember. It was weeks upon weeks of traveling and adventure.
We only said it was like 10 days. But still, a 10-day dream.
Yeah. You remember like the major things, the really big things that stood out. You probably would have remembered George, but that initial happening, that initial fight with the belays where you had tamed him, in the grand scheme of things was not all that important.
Does my shield have a split down the middle?
It does not.
Yay, I didn't fuck it up.
I just stare at it for a minute. Stare at Tumult, back at it.
I'm drawing. I don't even notice it yet.
Kind of like re-put it away.
Still crying.
I think we should leave the cave and see if we could figure out a way. I mean, I got this far with the lot of you, be it however we got here. Might as well keep going, unless all of you did something to take me from my home and put me here. I would like to know where I am, if I'm anywhere near home, if I need to check with my dandelion, if I need to check with my parents. I would like to know where I am.
I'm assuming we don't have those either.
Ian, we can't hear your words, buddy.
Fuck. Am I here yet?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna hold this on my lips this whole time.
Oh, it's very wispy.
With the oh my goodness. How about now? Is that any better?
Yeah, it's fine.
You're really quiet.
If you don't
but
put
yeah.
it like right by your mouth, we can hear you. It's just you're breathing into your microphone.
Yeah, it's like your mic sensitivity is like super low.
I've tried many different things.
Yeah, you're fine.
We gotta get you a nice headset. We gotta, as a group, gift you a nice headset.
I wouldn't complain. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Tepartos agrees. At the very least, Tepartos has many questions for many people. Alex looks like he's laughing because
You got
something's-
super loud.
God damn it.
You're fine. Keep going.
Okay. And Tepartos wishes to figure out what is going on, but it seems like the most important thing right now is to figure out where exactly we are so we can figure out what to do. As far as Tepartos can tell, he knows you. He trusts you. Tepartos does not know if you have shared the same dream, but it seems as though we are all intrinsically linked and worked together and loved each other and have been friends for both forever and no time at all. So, shall we find our way out and figure out what to do from here? And what has caused this?
Oh yeah. I suggest we leave this cave because there's not a whole lot here, I don't think, for us. But
Says the big creepy smile on the ceiling.
yeah, that's a little disturbing, yeah?
No, Tepartos does not like that.
I think we leave,
Ivan,
find us a nice comfy place, and we get a bonfire going. And then we all sit around and we talk about the dream that we just had, and we discuss maybe who we are and what we're doing here, yeah?
My naked genasi companion, I have a set of traveler's clothes if you would like them.
Oh, thank God.
I'm still drawing on the wall over here.
I gave you
I'm
paper!
frantically, yeah, but there was no quill, so I just grabbed.
What
a
are
rock
you
and started drawing
writing?
on the
What
wall.
What are you doing?
So immediately after I picked up the rock, I started drawing about 4 circles, slightly overlapping in a Venn diagram kind of way, and just kind of writing down what I remember in some of them, but where all 4 overlap in one little space, I just write book and quill as best as I can with rock. And just start writing things in every circle that I'm remembering from my dreams, leaving a bunch of holes because obviously I'm going to ask questions, but as someone who is an avid researcher and all of this is a dream, or was a dream, and the book says it was a dream, yet we all remember it, I'm trying to figure out exactly what it means to me as a caster, why I have nothing currently, and just trying to sort out my thoughts. This is how I do it. I write stuff down, which is how I got us in trouble in the first place. If I dream here, did it remembers correctly. So here I am, drawing and frantically writing things down.
While that's going on, Ivan bumped my leg, so I just scooped him and I'm petting.
as you try to bend down to scoop me, I'll like walk, like kind of dodge it, and, like walk a couple feet away, and then like look back at you.
I simply cast the spell Speak with Animals.
And I'll say, Lordfin looks sad, and kind of like start walking towards the corner the temple god is crying in right now.
How do you know I'm a bard?
I remember
Because remembers your name is Temp Bard.
Well, that means nothing.
Don't know if you're a bard, but you're a temp bard.
Our temp friend needs our help.
Oh, yeah. Little one, you seem not so happy. What can we do for you?
I had a girlfriend and my moms weren't there.
We all miss our parents, yeah? But the girlfriends, I had a girlfriend.
We had the chance. He knew where they were. Now,
It's
I don't know
okay. It
anything.
just means you find new one, yeah?
Find a new mom?
No,
That's not
we
how-
find your mom. We find your moms. But it's the girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. We find them all.
We
But
did
don't
lose the
remember
person who
Krishna.
knew where your moms were,
Who was that?
I think.
You know you had the information. You know somebody had it.
You're a fucking
But
monster.
who?
I think we all need to go get some sunlight. It's too dark in here. I think
Janasi, put on pants. We are going outside.
The Partos agrees with the pants and the outside.
I kind of just look
Also,
back
I
at
don't
him
know
and say,
why I feel like this, but I walk over to Tempard and I scoop them into a hug.
Hey.
I'm almost done. I'll worry about pants later. Whatever. And I just keep writing.
I go outside. I take my torch and I leave.
The Partos will find you something
please,
to
I
write
need
with
that.
and on. Come on.
I mean, Tapartos has like a stone with light on it, so there's still some light, unless you are following me.
Yeah, no, I'm following you. I'm trying to
Oh,
get
now there will be no
whatever
light.
Stinky
Nope, we-
McDinkle Man over here to put some pants on.
Yeah, I'd rather not be in a dark cave where I can't see with a man with no pants on. Thanks.
I can imagine just giving you a hug and your feet dangling as I walk out the cave.
I would really like to not be in this cave.
Well, let's hope it's out the cave and not into a darker, scarier part of the cave.
I follow
On
the
that
light.
note, I need you guys to roll initiative. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Okay.
Alex, I know where you sleep.
It's funny because you live in the same house.
I begrudgingly
guys-
start following because without light, my drawing kind of is pointless.
Yeah, don't you not have night vision?
Nope.
So you guys start
got
following
taken
this
away, too.
path, and sure enough, it does lead outside. And then the reality that you find yourselves in finally sets into place.
It's a desert. It's post-apocalyptic.
Welcome
We're
to
looking for
Zombieville,
gas.
bitches. No, I'm just kidding. Although that'd be fun.
It's Mad Max.
I could do that. I have a
I'm
power.
about that.
I can make this zombie survival. I won't, but I could.
Turn us all Project Zomboid.
You guys find yourselves I lost my place on the map. Apologies. A small cave in what, remembering the maps that you guys had looked at, again, all of it in a dream, but vaguely remembering, find
Do you
yourselves.
have the map?
Yeah, you would still probably have the map.
Because it's kind of a magic map. It's a dandelion map.
Yeah, it's not. I think you guys would still have the map.
Okay.
Because it wasn't magic. He just marked it using magic. You guys find yourself in a cave on the peak of what looks to be one of the Forlorn Hills, just to the
Oh, God damn it.
northeast of Nightstone and directly east of Golden Fields. I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Am I still dumb?
Uh-huh.
14. Ooh, nice hero.
We have people using a variety of dice rolling, like in person or on Roll20 or whatever, so everybody will just kind of say what they rolled.
I got a 22.
9.
Lysander, buddy.
That handful didn't have any d20s in it.
The actual kitty got a 7.
Oh, this one
7.
betrayed me last time.
Unless this somehow has to do with smell, but I highly doubt it.
Bye.
Oh wow.
Okay. We're gonna start at a base of what everybody sees, even with your terrible rolls. Hello, lovely Emma.
They say hi. It's the internet.
Everyone, this is Ian's lovely wife,
We're
Emma.
streaming this for the internet.
She's
Hi,
amazing.
Internet!
Woo! She's an absolute blessing, and we all
She's a
adore
treasure.
her.
And it's our 1-year anniversary tomorrow.
Oh, happy
Aw.
anniversary!
Shout out.
It's
Y'all
gonna
are
be great.
cute.
Congratulations! You were stuck with him for a whole year.
Thank you. I heard the congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll put my-
Somehow you've made it a whole year dealing with Ian's bullshit.
It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but I got some too, so and he deals with mine, so it's kind of fair.
There we go.
Plus
Marriage.
he feeds me.
Marriage in a nutshell.
I do.
He
I feed you a
feeds
lot.
me. So if I left him I would die. So that's why I stay.
It's good to know love is real.
If you want proof, watch his Instagram story. Have fun.
We will. Sorry for the interruption,
I
everyone.
don't think I follow
No,
you on
you're great.
Instagram. I should go follow you on Instagram.
You should.
Yeah.
Majority of what I do is just post stories of the food that I make and
Nice.
nothing else. And sometimes
Yeah.
like climbing memes.
What a bougie bitch.
I like cooking.
My Instagram story is only the things that I cook
Also,
or
like,
memes about
I
my
feel it.
rock climbing hobby.
About my
It's my
weirdly
profession.
specific hobby.
Oh, rock climbing profession. I apologize. How can I have been so wrong? Let's start off with what all of you see.
Yes.
As you look around,
Yes.
all of you see pillars of smoke rising up in every direction.
Oh fuck.
It's Partos.
Yes.
It's Partos and Anuk. You both see the walls of Nightstone are demolished.
More so than the last time we were here?
Absolutely destroyed.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah. Look at
The-
that. That don't seem right. That's not how I remember it in the dream.
No, it was bad, but it was not this bad.
Yeah, that's what else is going on?
You
So
also
pretty
glance
bad.
over to the large and bountiful farms of golden fields.
Please don't be on fire or try to save that tree.
The walls, the farms, everything seems to have been burned to ashes.
Mother.
No, where you go?
There they go.
This is
Also-
both one of the most beautiful and awful moments of DMing I've ever had. I am pleased to have gotten such reactions, but I also hate the reactions I'm getting.
Also, Garagax should be in momentarily.
Hey,
They just straight up left.
Oh no.
I didn't realize they loved gold.
You done broke the player,
No,
man.
they spent the entire
Uh.
fight trying to save that little tree.
Oh yeah, that's right, they did.
Coda, oh no.
What a mess.
Is that something
Yeah,
we might
A
remember?
lot? A lot.
A lot.
Do we want to? Let's do a stream pause and fill in Coda. with
Let's
what
see.
happened. It's 8.
Yeah.
It's a
We'll,
good-
we'll stop. We'll stop recording, and then we'll pick back. This will be a random pause for everyone out there while
Yeah.
we fill Coda in on everything that's happening.
That's fine.
Okay, so Coda is now caught up on the bullshit that has existed as people are experiencing what has come of the world around them. Continuing on with where we were with the things that Tepartos and Anuk see.
Roll a perception.
Oh yeah, Garagak, roll a perception check.
So
God.
that Garagak knows what he sees.
Oh. Wait. Do I am I no longer brain slugged?
Nope. No, you are. You are still brain
What?
slugged. That's right. It's
It
only
sucks.
bad. It's only
Great.
bad.
Fantastic. I'll talk about it.
That was a natural
see
1
shit.
for a total of
It
2.
wasn't your critical success that you normally have.
You are still so furious that you
I'm
lost
brain
your
slugged.
flame tongue greatsword that you are like just like screaming and punching this rock and this mountain face that you don't look around to see anything.
Sounds like me.
Brief character aside, for me as a person, I've been rolling terribly in these last few sessions. I've just rolled through 6 die. I haven't rolled higher than a 12.
Oh no.
I think
You got this. I believe
Haven't-
it.
haven't
These are
we
the ones I
gifted
have to
you-
try. These are the ones I've already tried. This one
Haven't-
did okay because it rolled a 19.
Haven't I gifted you dice? Because gifted
I haven't gotten
dice
to that one yet.
always roll better.
I haven't gotten to that, but that's also for not this character. But I'll try.
I'll have to
Sure.
find some dice for this character then.
So, Lysander and Tepartos and Anuk, you guys see golden fields in flames. And by in flames, I mean pretty burnt down. Looking off in the farther distance, you guys see the forest of Old Gnawbone, the Crypt Garden Forest. Or at least you see where it was. Now the burnt remains of a once beautiful and lush forest. Anuk. With your incredibly good perception roll of a 22, you notice a few other things that everyone else might not have picked up on. You have always been extremely attuned with nature. You look at Nightstone. The town itself seems to have been destroyed. The Nightstone, of course, that the town is named after is gone. But you see the small cave where you guys had gone to save the villagers. And you see a deer prancing along in front of it. And as you're watching, you see 2 arrows. And you see 2 of the town guard of Nightstone go and collect their kill and drag it back into that cave. You glance toward Golden Fields, and you see where the others looking may have only seen the burnt remains. You glance in that direction and you feel a very warming presence from the tattoo on your shoulder. And as you glance, this sight comes over you. And you can see the roots of the plants underneath still strong. All of them a faint ley line of energy connecting to a single spot in the center of Golden Fields, where you remember Tempard had helped rebuild the shrine. Seemingly, the only thing that has kept the most plentiful fields of the Storm Coast fertile and alive.
Right. The only useful thing I've done.
I'll point some of that out. You know, I'm like, we in some hard times, but hey, the people of Nightstone, they still there. They just in the cave that we came from. You know, y'all remember the cave? Yeah, they there. They just got a deer. Did you not see it? And look, golden
Yeah.
fields. It's waste right now, but you know, through the burnt fields, some of the strongest crops will regrow. It'll be good again. I can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see one last thing. Way off to the north. You can't really pinpoint where above or anything like that, but far, far to the north, you see the vague shadow of not one, not two, but three massive winged creatures soaring together through the skies. And one of them feels extremely familiar.
Gnawbone?
Hey, you guys see off in the distance the big flying things out there, yeah? What are they dragons that are flying out there? Is that one seem familiar to you all?
None of the rest of you can even see these shapes.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Perception of 5. It's not happening.
Wow.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I'd be back in just a minute. I'll wild shape into a giant eagle.
Okay,
1, it improves my sight,
it does.
and 2, I'll take off out in that direction.
So you
I'm gonna do
gather,
a flyover.
you gather they are miles away. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's just so you're aware. I was like, this is not like a, let me go fly for 10 minutes and I'll be right back. Like,
No, I've got some time. I've got
Okay,
at least
so-
4 hours in this shape.
so are you just doing a general fly in that direction to see what else you can see?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check with advantage because you are the eagle, because you're the giant eagle, and because you're wild shaping, not polymorphing, you see with your own perception score.
Oh, skills. Perception. Roll on beyond advantage. A dirty 20.
From this viewpoint and traveling, I'm assuming you're doing like a 2-hour one way, 2-hour back to your
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
If there's anything you guys are doing in that 4-hour time period, unless you're just waiting for Anuk to come back and kind of gathering your bearings and all that stuff, we'll get to that in just a moment. Anuk, while you're traveling, you get a pretty long ways. You fly over most of the territory that you guys have covered so far in your adventure. You see some things haven't changed. You see the barge ride in, the like criminal town where you dropped your friend off, seems unchanged. You see small town of Red Larch seems mostly unchanged. You see Groodhog, the hill giant fortress. And you see behind it a large platinum ring that seems to be broken into 3 pieces that giants are currently pulling together and trying to reattach to each other. And in the center of it, a large black stone that seems to glisten all on its own.
Does it look like it would have been the Night Stone?
It sure does.
Does the platinum ring spark any memories? Because the Nightstone would have. I don't know. I don't remember personally. As Rob, I don't remember.
No, it does. It does not.
If
However,
we've come across the ring before.
You fly over the town of Tribor,
Mm-hmm.
which was another place that was mentioned to you in the stream. And the walls have been broken down, but you see there's life here. The farms are regrowing. It looks like most of this this town, it doesn't look like when the storm giants or the cloud giants attacked Nightstone to take the stone. It doesn't look like they were there for mass destruction. It looks like this was a methodical attack. The walls are broken in very strategic places. And there's one farm in the center of town that has a massive hole dug out of it. And that's all the destruction that you see. And that's like right on the cusp of your flying range as you start to turn around and head back.
Yeah.
You do see as you fly over the Crypt Garden Forest, you knew this was supposedly where old Gnawbone's lair was. Where all of these crystal balls that they use to be able to see all that happened. There's nothing there that even could have been something like this. Based off what you know about nature, this looks like a normal forest. You start returning to your friends. Was there anything else specifically you remembered that you wanted to check on as you flew?
In between Nightstone and Waterdeep, along the road where we were ambushed by Beulah. Do I see anything from above? I understand they're burrowing creatures, so I don't know if I see anything.
Nope.
Then I return to the party. I come out of my wild shape and I relay the information to them.
You do notice one more thing. The abandoned tower between the town of Amphale and the Barge Ride Inn, where you all had cut through just to make your path shorter. The tower where you remember meeting Moog has been utterly destroyed.
I leave that part out.
Torn stone from stone, decimated.
It's a good thing we can't hear him because I didn't tell him about that.
Yeah, sorry.
And ask your question. It's fine.
No, I just want to know specifically torn stone from stone or burned to the ground, because those are two very different methods of
It was a stone tower, so it couldn't have been burnt down.
Fair.
But you see
enough heat.
You would see like scorch marks, like explosions happened.
Mm-hmm.
But the entire tower, like there is no standing structure left. It is gone.
That's good. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The rest of you, while Anuk is on his journey, is there anything you guys are doing up at the top of this mountain?
I'm standing in a corner with my great axe out, just like whispering to myself, like Shazam, 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 Shazam. I'm like hitting it on the rock a little bit. Shazam.
You see the blade chips a little bit after one of these strikes.
I'm praying.
It seems as though something terrible has happened. If what Anuk says is true about the deer and the villagers of Nightstone out of the cave that we all had been in, may be advantageous to go speak with them and see what they may be able to fill us in on, because it seems as though we have become drastically uninformed about whatever situation we are in right now.
Do I remember leaving home and like going to Nightstone? Like not in a dream, but literally leaving home and getting here? Or was I just here?
You were just here. There are things that are striking you as incredibly odd.
Have our entire lives been a dream at this point?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
You remember your past. You
Like
remember
everything before Nightstone?
You remember everything before the day you decided to travel to Nightstone.
Okay.
For whatever reasons took you there. But then that day, for whatever reason, you don't remember getting there. It's like there's this weird gap that whatever magic this book has could not seamlessly wedge together.
I'm praying. I'm asking for Sylvanus to provide me any clarification. Like, I'm praying over the shield, because it's like, this is my biggest holy symbol I have right now.
Mhm.
If there is anything that is real, that has led me from home, that has led me here, that has made these people safe, feel comfortable, or anything, I'm just praying for a sense of feeling okay and not so hopelessly adrift.
Yeah.
Roll
Dude,
a religion
after an
check.
hour, it's only an hour. You're not a cat anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after not a cat, after everyone's like been sad and doing cat things, like nudging up to them and cuddling them, definitely going to send Hands after a Nook, because Ivan knows it's probably not a safe idea to go alone right now.
Okay.
I forgot.
So I'll just send Hands off in the direction of Nook went.
Hands.
I forgot my int was still -2. I got a 16.
16's not bad.
No, it's not. I was like 18, great. Still -2.
There's no big, Sylvanus doesn't come down themselves and be like, don't worry, my child, you are on the correct path. But the wind blows. And it feels strange. It feels you can't really describe the difference, but it feels off.
It feels not like my God. Like in the way that I'm used to having communions with my God. Or like there's a twinge of something that is like, this isn't what I'm used to.
Yeah, I think it's more that. There's just a twinge of something that is strange and slightly off-putting. The rest of you, Tempard, is there anything you're doing in this time?
I'm going to start walking towards Golden Fields.
Okay. You start walking towards Golden Fields. Does anyone
I have no follow.
Perfect. Is anyone else going on this journey?
I'm going to pipe up and say, since we are closer, would it not be more advantageous to swing by Nightstone before we make our way down the road to Golden Fields? Maybe we should wait for Anouk to come back as well.
Depending on where we are on those forlorn hills, we are probably closer to Golden Fields than we are to Nightstone.
Fair. Can we determine which area we're at?
Through the science of triangulation.
Alex, you're muted.
There's a specific.
For those of you that have it open, you're
Yes.
right here.
Oh, so it would be more advantageous
Yeah.
to go to Golden Fields first.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Yep.
All right. So
Good.
I'm assuming the rest of you follow suit.
Yeah.
Would
If
Hans
they
have
make
made
that-
contact with the Nook by now? By the time that we decide to leave? Or is the Nook back?
I'm assuming Tempard left right away.
Okay.
Yep.
Like saw the
Yeah.
pillars of smoke. So I assumed you were a cat still following,
Okay.
but
Well,
Hans knows to follow you,
Uh-huh.
and Hans is smart enough to be like, Master's a cat. Follow Master Cat.
Yes. Okay.
Master.
Squids along. But as you guys are walking, once the hour ends, you send Hans in that direction to do the thing. Tummel, are you following along as well?
Yeah, I'm just putting stuff together in my head.
Perfect.
Apparently not very well according to my history, but I'm following the stream. But
Anuk, as you are flying back over Golden Fields,
Mm-hmm.
you see the about half an hour before this, you meet up with Hans
Okay.
in the sky.
So I'm on the return trip when I meet Hans.
Yeah, Hans is not as fast as you.
No. I have an 80-foot flying speed, and that's 80 feet per 6 seconds.
Yeah.
What's Kansas flying speed?
60. As a raven. Yeah, fast as 60.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. As soon as Hans sees a Nook, I'll have Hans ping me, that'll be his order or whatever, and I'll quickly, but hey, 1 second, let me tell a Nook where we're at. I'll just kind of convey to a Nook through Hans with that.
I mean, I can probably see you guys walking down there.
I mean, yeah. So Hans, via Hans, Ivan lets you know that the group is headed towards Golden Fields.
Okay.
You swing down and meet up with everybody right about the same time that they'd be arriving, because walking is harder than you flying through the air.
Surprise.
You guys all arrive at Golden Fields. The fields are burned. The walls are decimated.
Are there still active fires, or are they out?
They're pretty much out. There's embers and stuff like smoldering, but there's no active flames.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys were here for the attack. You remember what it was like. You assume, based off what you understand, that the giants really didn't have anything to do with this. But it was the trolls and the bugbears and the goblins and everything else that was just here for the wanton destruction.
Does the remains of the city and the remains of the fields look like they have been destroyed in about the time they would have been destroyed in our dream? Does the time match up? Like vaguely? Would I have any inkling of that?
Roll me an intelligence saving throw. Perfect. Roll me an insight check. Anyone who is curious on this same thought process can roll me an insight check.
I've
Kind
been
of
doing
trying
this
to
whole
match up
time.
our.
Essentially, you're thinking of like time period wise of like, if we had not been here to stop this attack.
No, I usually done.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to know.
Yeah.
I got a 21.
21,
Nice.
23.
23.
Oh, Lysander.
22.
9. I was like, I'll try physical. Okay, I'll try 10 on physical die, 9 on roll 20.
Got a 16.
16.
I got a 3.
Nice.
Gargak don't know shit.
You're getting so mad.
Yeah.
Whatever magic that was,
I lost my
Garagak.
Shazam sword. Guys.
I swear, whatever magic was Garagak before this is hopefully not gone.
It was all the
Garagak
sword.
was our ace in the hole.
The sword gave him superpowers.
Yeah.
The
Tempar,
powers
did
of
you roll?
natural 20s.
Nope, Tempard does not care.
Perfect.
That's not on Tempard's agenda, does not care. Moving on.
Perfect. So
character.
anybody that got a 20 or higher on your insight check, with how this tracks out time-wise, all of you are relatively familiar with how fire do. You would gather with how this fire is burnt and the time that you had spent after coming to Golden Fields, this is about what this town would have looked like had this attack happened on the same schedule if you had gotten here the day before Anuk wrote in the book. These things start to click in your head. What would have happened to Nightstone if you guys hadn't been there? To stop the goblins from looting everything, to stop the snakes from coming in and turning the town into a hideout, the orcs from attacking. When the 7 snakes came into town, they would have annihilated whatever goblins were there. So you would have never been there to save or recruit Gum Gum.
Or Sue.
So why would you know who that was?
Phil or Sue.
The orcs would have tried to come to Nightstone for safe haven and ran into these 7 snakes.
Oh, sweet. Morzir's alive and he's not totally mental breakdown right now.
He's somewhere.
He's somewhere in the world. He's somewhere in the world. I'm happy for him.
They
Good
wouldn't
for him.
have the 7 snakes wouldn't have let these damn dirty orcs just exist.
Oh no, the 7 snakes killed Soup.
So none of the orcs lived.
Did
Without you guys ever going to Waterdeep or having your beach episode.
obligatory beach episode didn't happen.
Phil still has a job.
Phil would have never been fired.
Shout
And he
out
still
to-
lives
That
his
fucker is still with Jennifer then.
He is not with
she left him.
Jennifer.
They
Everything with
divorced
Jennifer
before.
had happened.
I thought
You
Jennifer
weren't-
dumped him because
Oh, he lost
got
his
fired.
job.
Oh, that's super true.
She's
So yeah,
still-
he's still with Jennifer.
He's
She's
still
still-
with that bitch
and
Jennifer.
the 7 kids.
He's still gold digging. She's still out there gold digging with him.
You
God
know, I
damn
think
it.
it's time we need. You know, this is really stressful. I think we need another beach episode.
It's in the middle of all of this chaos world. You're just like, you know what we need? Waterdeep Beach, baby.
Yeah, vacation.
I got a
But-
trick for this.
But you sit here and you ponder and you think. Anuk, you think back. And you swear that you saw movement in the fields of Tribor. Like the people there were still alive. You glance back towards Groothagen on your flight back. You swear you could have seen 1 or 2 giants traveling in that direction, hauling something with them. You immediately put together the fact that whatever you wrote in that book placed you guys at a location outside of your story the day before you wrote in the book.
Hey, proper
remove
time travel. I
ourselves
like
from-
it.
So
Did we
you were
remove
not
ourselves
there.
from time?
Just like,
You were not there to do any of the things that you've done.
What is one supposed to do?
You all,
not doing
you don't remember George because you never had that encounter. You never traveled along those roads.
This is why I was drawing circles, by the way, and why I was rolling my insight and history and intelligence checks over and over again.
I see what you did there.
Get it?
Proper time travel.
You smart, clever, fucking bastard.
Now, here's the thing. You guys don't have all the details yet. Because there are certain things that are still here.
Well, yeah, because time would have happened different without us, so who knows what butterfly effect would have happened.
Exactly.
You guys progress into the city of Golden Fields, some of you having this realization. And
You started.
You beautiful, beautiful bastard.
Tempbard, I'm assuming you are marching straight towards the center of town.
Oh, you bet. I'm going to that tree. I would charge
Tempbard,
that fucking tree.
you walk to the center of town, and you see a small painted tree sitting on top of an ancient stump that has grown and solidified itself to be a part of the original tree itself. You reach out, you place your hand on it, and you can feel this same deitic level warmth and power that you guys had felt on your first trip to Golden Fields emanating solely from your creation. But you weren't here to do that. You don't remember being here for that. You remember doing it in your dream, obviously, but it was a dream. And none of you rolled high enough on insight, even with the 23 from Anuk, to figure out what distinctions are here that would make it to where some of the things from your dream are here and present, but others are as if it never happened.
I mean, I could roll again if you'd like.
If you would really like to, but the DC will be higher because you're re-rolling.
Can also speculate as a player.
You can, yeah, you guys can talk about this all you want.
Okay.
Is the inn still there?
Weird ghost.
No.
Real ghosts.
No.
Weird ghost.
No, the only thing left standing in Golden Fields is this shrine.
Okay.
But as you guys are looking around, you see underneath these embers and these ashes of all these fires, already, and this would have happened 3 days ago, 4 days ago, buds of new plants and new life are already starting to grow back up in these fields.
But there's no people.
There's nobody around.
There's not the other tree, is there?
The one the druids had grown?
The end?
No, Liverlass.
Super not.
Oh.
You know what's super flammable?
Oh
Trees.
no.
Tree people.
Liverlass.
Oh, I'm really sad.
You all didn't control him.
So,
No.
So this is basically.
Oh no, Orin!
Orin!
Oh yeah.
My
Oh,
little
you
better
never-
boy.
You were never there to turn him onto a life of crime.
This is basically without Dandelion bringing the druids to restore everything after the attack.
I don't think it was Dandelion who did that.
It
Yeah, Dandelion's the
absolutely
one that was because the druids handed, I think it was a
druids-
Nook, a Dandelion or something when he tried talking to him.
It grew out of he grew one out of the ground as he was
Yeah,
leaving.
that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah, it was the ancient druid that grew it out of the ground.
yeah.
Could be
But
close.
there
But I
was
still have my
no-
tattoo.
You do.
Yep.
There was no point to be proven to a group of prophesized chosen ones that Xerxes
Right.
were the good guys.
Right.
So why would they?
Yeah.
They knew everything would grow back. Why would they make the show of faith to bring everybody back to life?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, the druids were part of Zerg. That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
damn, I liked it better until Partos didn't know.
You didn't figure that one out?
No, I did. I just
He,
anyway.
Partos says I hate everything.
If he never
Partos
acknowledges
does.
it, that means it's not true.
That's
Stop
how
looking
Temp
into
Bard
my
thinks.
mind.
That's a
Uh,
lot of Temp Bard's mentality.
anyway, from what it seems, especially considering that that Geragak, your axe is normal.
Yep.
And my staff has disappeared. Other things have fallen out of place. It would appear as though whatever has brought us to the place in which we are, in this space out of time in which we have found ourselves, and judging by
the remnants of this tree that Tempard, you did this, right?
I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking we're ghosts. Only logical answer is ghosts.
It kind of feels that way, but stick with me for a second. But I
You think we're
remember you
ghosts.
doing this, and it's here. Like we know, we are seeing it. It is here.
Does the tree look exactly like how I painted it?
Identical.
Sweet. Yeah, ghosts. That's all I got.
Well,
Pretty sure it's ghosts.
it would appear that this, whatever happened here, either explicitly includes or maybe doesn't include magic. Specifically, magic imbued in objects. The only magical objects we still have with us are the quill and the notebook. Everything else, my staff, tumults, everything. Geragak's axe, everything else outside of
Divine magic stays.
Lysander's shield. It's either divine magic or Dandelion's magic.
Divine magic stays. This is a holy site to the god who makes this. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but the god that makes these lands grow.
Right.
My shield is a tribute to Sylvanas. Those quill and notebook are
Magic of the gods.
of lion dandies, of whatever deitic creature that is.
I do not know what other
Maybe
explanation there
Dandelion be a god, yeah?
Dandelion is a god.
is.
The only outlier to
At least you
me,
dreamt he
and
was a god.
I point at a Nook's tattoo and say, that's the only outlier in my diagram so far.
Is this a tattoo?
I mean, if it's divine,
It was
if
given
it was
by
given to me
druids.
by the divine,
It was given to him by the druids that work for Dandelion.
They
That's
did
are
they
why
work
I'm
for
confused.
Dandelion, or was
The
one of
druids
them
that-
actually Dandelion?
the druids who work for the god of this
We don't
place.
know.
The druids.
I don't know if they work for the god of this place, but they work with Dandelion.
So it seems as
I
though
mean, it could
either
very well be. It could be a holy tattoo. I got a holy tattoo, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, until we get more information on it, to me, that's the only outlier so far outside of the divine magic from this one town we've been to that we've supposedly dreamt of having an impact on. We all impacted and dreamt that we impacted.
Tepartos will say, if this is true and it is a holy tattoo, good job, Anouk. Very cool. Outside of that, Tumult is right. We don't have specific information pertaining to this.
I take my longsword and I stab the tree that I painted.
Why?
Well, if it's a
You-
magical healing tree, it'll just fix it. Otherwise, it dies.
Oh, I stop you from doing that.
Alex, how dare you take away the one useful thing I've done this whole campaign? Immediately stabs the thing.
No,
You
they
take out your
don't.
longsword and go to strike it?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Excellent.
It glances off like it was somehow made of the strongest steel you've ever seen.
Okay.
Did a Nook tell us everything? Everything that you saw while you were Giant Eagle? A Nook? Like,
We
is
haven't
there
really
anything left out?
sat down to
Yeah,
talk about
I
it.
told you everything I saw.
Player knowledge, he
Okay.
told you everything except for Moog's tower was destroyed.
Yeah, okay, so I think right now we can assume that. Go with me. We can assume that everything that's happened as if we weren't here. If we assume that what Dandelion said was correct and the Giants are building a weapon, the Giants are almost done with that weapon. And no matter what we do, we're like kind of time crunch because we have no idea what kind of power they're about to awaken.
And from what we can tell, the next place they're going is Tribor.
They came from Tribor already.
Yeah, like.
Oh, they
There's-
came from
there's-
Tribor.
There's a hole in the ground
I
in
think they're
Tribor.
headed towards.
Well, fuck
Groove
Tribor
Cove.
then.
Yeah, so I think we should try to head towards the giant stronghold as soon as possible, or at least
Which one?
somehow scout it. Wherever Anook saw that giant plate and
Grudhog?
The Grudhog.
Grudhog.
Yeah. But I really feel like that's gonna be more pressing
Yes.
right now because that could very easily be something that could be out of our like.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Do I remember what Moog told me about Groothog? I do? Great.
You sure do.
As soon as we bring up going to Groothog, I'm going to immediately be like, if what our dreams inform us of are certainly a piece of the past, when I spoke with Moog in the tower, something she was very adamant about was that an assault on Groothog would be absolutely nothing short of a suicide mission.
And now they are stronger, for they have the items that we kept from them before.
Exactly, and we do not have the items that we have attained across our journey, and we are barely stronger than we were at the point in which we met Moog.
I guess we didn't keep anything from them. They succeeded every time.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I figured that's why you unmuted to explain that statement.
Ian, roll me an insight check.
Okay.
For clarification for people at home, why everything is an insight check? I think it's a fun way of like there's a key piece of information that is being like missed from previous sessions or little hints that I've dropped or whatever to see if the characters roll high, I can like feed that back to them a little bit in like a fun way to like kind of get them back on track, give them out that little bit of a boost, especially in situations where they find themselves facing an encounter they knew would be super deadly without all the cool shit they found along their way.
Yeah.
So Ian, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a
continue.
natural 20.
I do.
You rolled a nat 20. I'm using a DM inspiration point.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
There we go.
I rolled a nat 20. Thank you, Krista.
Plus whatever your insight is.
Plus 5, 25.
Fartos, you also remember when Moog was speaking to you of these things, that she said no matter when you decided to let her know so she could be there to help you and take back that throne.
Yes.
Because she knew that if you were going to have a fighting chance at any point, she needed to be there.
To be able to take up the mantle from Ga and re-lead the Hill Giants back into some semblance of order.
See, it's just those little hints that you can just kind of like.
Oh,
it seems unsubtle, but it was just a solid like.
Fret you not.
Don't forget this thing.
That's important.
Yeah, but did that actually happen?
What do you mean?
That's what he remembers, even if it was part of the dream. That's the only real knowledge point you guys have to go off of. Is this dream?
Fair.
True.
Krista, we lost your camera.
Unless they did.
I
it
know.
on
I paused
purpose.
it on purpose.
the coin that shit, I forgot his name. The cloud giant gave us.
Zephyros?
Yeah. Was that a magical item?
We used it.
Yes. But was it a magical item?
But we didn't meet him.
Do you have the pile of
wouldn't
dust?
Have it again.
You don't have it.
But was it a magical item? That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
It was a magical item, but
Okay.
you never met him, so you don't have it.
Okay.
So if we haven't met Zephyros, except for our dream, do we
Right.
remember that we're actually
Well, we'd remember him, right?
the chosen one?
We remember from our dream.
You remember dreaming that you were chosen once.
Okay.
Who knows if that's real? Doesn't everybody have dreams of being the heroes of their story?
No.
Shut up, Zach.
I like playing the villain.
Of fucking
guy that
course
goes-
you do.
You're that guy that does Dark Side the whole way on like Knights of the Old Republic.
You're the dude that had horns by the time you left Bowerstone in the original Fable. Like, walked in just like, murder, 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 murder,
No.
murder, murder.
I
The horns are dope as hell and totally worth it. Let's go.
I
Give me my
tiptoed that
demon
line
wings.
as far as I could go.
All right, to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep?
Do we have an hour while we're sitting here trying to figure out what we're doing? Because I want my book of ancient secrets back.
You
would
sure do
probably
have an
had
hour.
hour while I was out flying around.
They left immediately to walk to Golden Fields.
Oh shit!
But while you're sitting here discussing, sure, you can have your Book of Ancient Secrets back.
Hey, I have something.
Do you need components for that, or do you just need to spend an hour?
I just need to spend an hour asking my deity or asking the genie, aka Alt, to make me another one.
Perfect.
Wait. Tepartos
Tepartos.
has thought of something.
Continue.
Everything that we have done has played out as if we have not been there. So our incursion into Nightstone, we never saved the villagers from the cave, from the bats, from the goblins.
Oh, we could go do that. We could fix
Well,
that.
You said that you saw guards shooting a deer from out there, so maybe they
yeah.
have figured their stuff out, but we never stopped the attack on Golden Fields.
No,
We
that's
never
why it's
saved
like
the
this.
Exactly. We never went to Waterdeep. We never rescued Phil. We never
Who's
had
Phil?
soup with us.
Who's Phil?
We never went to the tower and saved Moog from those giant raptors
What is a moog?
when she was suicide. The giant
You guys remember who
Heir
Moog
to the
was because
Phil
she's a
giant
super big
throne.
plot point.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay,
Tempar
cool.
tried to erase her from their mind,
But-
though, because they got
Oh yeah,
rejected.
no, actually
They're like,
that's a
"What's a
solid point.
moog?
No,
Shut
that's
up!"
fine. What is a moog?
That
we
was a
never
failed
convinced
production.
old Gnawbones.
What is a mood? Ah, I understand.
I don't believe we saved Moog from the giant flying thingies. I believe Moog just threw rocks at them and said,
Yes,
"Murder
Moog
them
did
for
that,
fun."
but only because
We
we
convinced
gave
her to
Moog
live.
hope. If Moog was never convinced to live, Moog is gone. If we never met Moog, we never met old Gnawbones in the forest, or whatever their name was. I don't care anymore, because they're...
Yeah, well, I do. So where do you think we're working our way towards?
Okay, fine, Tempard's fuckboy. Or fuck drag? I don't know.
Fuck dragon.
Tempard's fuck dragon. We never met...
Girlfriend.
Tempard's girlfriend was never anybody that Tempard was able to seduce into complacency, and we were never able to bring to our side because of Moog. We've also never met Dandelion, so Dandelion, as far as we know, doesn't know anything about us, and the chaos of the world is going to take place without us. We were an integral part of the turning of this.
I think there's one
these
key thing
events.
you misspoke on there. He definitely knows who we are.
Oh, but
Like, even
I
if it was a dream, he came to us and knew us all by name.
But at
That's
this
true.
point, you
And he
know,
knew
the things
everything
are
about-
already going on,
About us.
and we don't have any hand in this. We could just go our separate ways and pursue our own things, and this could be, you know, the end of our story. Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah.
said, yo,
Are
Anook,
you
didn't you
right
want to
about-
open that store?
Whatever.
As I want to open a store, but I can
Fun
do
campaign,
that
guys.
now, yeah?
We enjoy the 5 recorded episodes of this show while we completely revamp for a new campaign.
Yeah,
we're just
That's
gonna
what you
redo.
get for
we're gonna redo
fucking
this
with
campaign.
this.
We fucked with it, or more specifically, I fucked
Don't
with it. to
blame
start-
me. Don't blame me.
Technically, this one's on a Nook.
Yeah, technically,
You
this
wrote
is
in the book.
entirely Rob's fault.
Don't you blame me.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I
Yeah.
Tummel
definitely.
for writing about
Did
Zephyros'
it.
memories first.
I
though.
named.
Yeah.
I simply reacted to the choices you made,
Yep.
and I did so logically and creatively.
Beautifully, you bastard.
I'm proud of it.
The point Tepartos is making.
We can't retake Groothug even if we wanted to.
Because Moog is no longer here to help us take it.
Can we ask Flamedo?
Well, if only one of
our
us,
forest
who
is
knew
destroyed.
Moog had that spell where they could talk over a long distance and say, "Oh yeah, hey." Oh wait, sorry. Oh yeah, hey, Moog. We used to know you in a dream.
Moog, I've dreamt long, long nights of you.
Are you pooping?
What?
Is a critical role
It's a
reference.
critical role.
Hey guys, who would have thought that D&D nerds watch other D&D nerds play D&D? If you haven't heard of Critical Role yet, go give them a watch. They're way better at this than us.
Professionals.
Professionals.
Alex, I believe I had some form of ability to contact, in a very minor sense, contact Moog.
You had
A week?
a stone
Stone.
That
Yeah,
you
I had a
probably
sending
don't
stone.
have anymore.
that was
Magic stone.
Magical. Yeah.
magical.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, never mind.
And you also never met Moog
Yeah.
to get that stone.
We
That's
also
true.
That being said, you're running off the assumption of what Moog told you, which was
Hero also hasn't told us that the tower is destroyed, so we don't
correct.
know whether
So
or not
we're
Moog's
not.
alive.
I'm not playing off of that. Ian,
No. I don't know that the tower's
I was-
destroyed. I just know what.
I'm gonna continue this. Normally I wouldn't do this, but because Chris used the DM inspiration point, I will carry that forward to more information on the situation.
Okay.
You're basing your assumption that Moog is gone based off the fact that Moog was there to let herself die because there was no hope left.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, people don't die over the course of like 4 days.
I mean, she was being. It was a very death-implied situation
It was.
where she was going to get drunk, and then the hawks were going to eat her.
Yeah, it was implied that it was going to happen within 12 to 24 hours.
Her entire point was that she was going to drink herself into oblivion and then not care what happened.
If we are to take Roodhog, we have to get to the tower.
Well, let's go to the tower. I feel like we should definitely like try to figure this out as sooner rather than later. The giants seem to be nearing completion of that. Let's call it the weapon.
So on to Waterdeep.
Let's see. If we're at Golden Fields, all we have to do is go west along that river, and we'll be there. Honestly, probably within a day or two.
But is it a really good idea to go straight there?
Where else do we go?
But like, did we ever fully decide if it was a good idea for the giants to do what they
Oh,
were doing?
hey.
Because in the dream,
Weren't we gonna
Dandelion
go
said,
down
let
to
them do
the
what they were
lizard
doing.
marsh to see the
Okay,
lizard
we have
women?
seen what it does to let them do what they're doing. Everything is on fire. Literally.
Judging from what Anuk told us about Tribor, the giants didn't do this. That would have been the other things that we killed in that town that weren't there for specific things.
Right. The small
Like
folk.
everywhere else Anuk saw that only giants went to, they broke in at strategic points, only took what they needed, and left the town completely alone.
Yes, but what Dandelion wants to happen is for the giants to start a war. And then the dragons to start a war against the giants. And then everyone besides small folk to be destroyed.
And at this point, the small folk are causing the destruction.
Well,
And
the
the
smaller
giants-
folk.
The smaller folk. Folk that are small.
I'm very
The
curious what
giants.
Alex just had a giant laughing fit about.
Hero randomly chiming in of like, we could go to the lizard march and see the lizard women. Just like vaguely in the background of this serious conversation, it made me lose my shit.
I heard it, and I agreed with it.
It was
Change of plan.
I'm still going to Waterdeep.
You know, like, do we really gotta go to Groothof?
I
Like,
mean,
lizard-
I remember,
lizard-
in the
No,
dream,
we weren't
talking
suggesting-
about it.
We weren't suggesting to go to Groodhog. We were suggesting to go to Moog's tower.
I mean, yeah, but then he wants to go to Groothof.
Oh, I don't think you
But-
want to go to Mook's tower.
Why?
I mean, we haven't met her. The whole.
I want to insight check him.
Yeah, I want to determine if he's lying.
If
That sounds
So-
different than
so
Don't
no,
do
no,
it
we're not
again.
gonna do rolls. If you guys have reason to doubt Anuk,
full on doubt
Based
because
off
he
of
changed
how
his
he's
voice.
talking.
What reason have I given? I have been honest with you for the whole time.
yeah,
What
but
makes you
you,
think-
Alright, then-
Zach spoke true. You changed your
You went,
tonality. and
you
how
don't
you're
want to go to
speaking.
the tower. We don't
wanna
know
do
her.
that.
Yeah.
This is all
Nook
input.
rolls
We're not doing deception rolls versus insight. rolls.
I'm saying, based off of my dream and everything I know about Anuk is not one to avoid adventure. That's my job. You are doing what I said, and like I want to go off on my own thing and do this random thing that has nothing to do with what we should be doing. And you're like, you know what? Why don't we not go do that at all, please? Lizard women.
Yeah, we were talking about the lizard women in the lizard marsh. I mean,
Anook, did you see her
Anook-
tower?
What did you see?
I
You
didn't
told us
see a
everything.
tower.
I mean, if we never met her, she's in trouble right now, isn't she? We should like rush over there.
She was in trouble 3 days ago.
Nook, how many times can you transform left today?
One more.
That was a half one.
Because it just like went
No,
over your.
this is the
no,
half
it,
one.
It went
This
over
was
your
the real
shoulder.
one.
Like
Because
background.
it went into your background, so we only saw half a finger.
Yeah.
We should probably have him go look around then, because if he didn't see a tower,
And be eaten
I'm
by blood
going
loss?
to assume it's not that he's trying to say he didn't even look for said tower. It's probably non-existent.
What?
So,
I mean,
like
I
it,
need
Mm.
hands.
it's broken. So like it's not a tower anymore is what I'm getting from the vibe of what Anook said here. He didn't see a tower, crumble down.
Anuk doesn't sound like one for semantics as far as I know him.
I hold up a stick and let it fall down. It's not a tower anymore.
I mean, he's not wrong.
There you go.
Just send hands.
Anuk, while you were flying, did you see what is or was our perception of Moog's tower? Please be honest with me.
It's rubble, isn't it?
I walk over to Tepartos and scoop him into a hug. He's not there anymore. He's just a pile of rubble.
Tepartos just kind of crumples.
He's okay. I got you.
It's not okay. It's
Jay, you're
exactly
just
the opposite
leaving?
of okay.
Hey, are you leaving to go to Waterdeep?
Yeah.
We went through this once.
I
Tempard
think we have a place to go.
and starts walking to Waterdeep.
I'm not
Yeah.
in disagreement with the direction that Tempard's headed, because honestly, I kind of hold up my Book of Ancient Secrets. I only have this, which let me ritual cast some things for free
Yeah.
without components, but they're kind of useless.
So here's the thing. With the map looking how it is, if you guys wanted to just take a slightly more detoured route to Waterdeep to restock on supplies and things, since you don't have those anymore,
We're also.
I
mostly-
you
really
could go to the road, just past the tower, and check it out.
If we're in Golden Fields, why don't we just take the North Furrow Road down to Waterdeep?
Like I said, it's a slightly more detailed route so that
He's
you
giving
guys
us
can
the
still
option
go to
Moog's
Waterdeep,
Tower.
but still pass through Moog's Tower to check it out on there. It'll add like a day and a half to your travel.
Yeah, but if something attacks us out there, to me feeling useless, I don't like not being able to do anything.
I will protect you with my body.
It will be okay.
If my dream serves correctly, you've already done that, so.
And I died. Yes, Teparto understands. Tepartos will still protect you with his body. For some reason, he's still alive.
Why though?
I need a consensus because Tempard is currently walking away from you towards Waterdeep.
It's okay. We can catch up to them within a couple of minutes. We'll be fine. We can talk.
Small steps.
Either way,
someone-
Small person, small steps.
I walk
That's
over
true.
to Tempard, pick them up, and throw them over to my shoulder, and then walk back. We will go to Waterdeep probably. Just give us a moment.
Scoop.
I have shit to do that way. Please put me down.
No.
Was that
What do you guys
kinda-
want to say? I will not hold this small one forever.
I mean, I kind of
Hey, Dash,
want to go
can
to
you do me a favor?
a place I can get
Yeah.
supplies.
Just real quick. Can you make a wisdom save?
Oh shit.
Oh, snap.
How's 27?
All right.
Sure, now you roll
Oh, that's
well.
fun.
Is it with the neg 2?
It's wisdom. My intelligence is what.
Oh, that's
okay.
right. That's right.
What'd you say
I
for
mean,
the
I can
second
send
part?
hands over there.
Oh, you can. It's fine. I'll let it slide this time.
Oh, DM.
Yes,
Quick question.
sure.
Since we, in previous episodes, met with the brain eaters.
Uh-huh.
We've had a long rest since then, right?
Correct.
Doesn't on a long rest we get the intelligence back from those who have lost theirs?
I don't believe so. Let me double check.
I swore we did.
I thought it was on a long rest, but I could be wrong, which is why I was asking.
Let me double check.
Yeah, because I didn't find like a real good way.
If so, I get to redo my insight check.
I'll just let you. Insight is wisdom based.
That's wisdom.
Jackass.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
So all this is
You're
happening.
not
I'm
turning
gonna,
into Super Saiyan Garagak again that rolls 20s whenever you're like
Oh, I
stealing
want-
another person.
I want Garagak to go back to Super Saiyan Garagak.
Why? You're the one that took it away. It's your fault.
I got a book and I got...
Oh, that's right. He still has the fucking quill.
Gargak has Saiyan blood.
Don't make me.
Easy.
Don't make me.
While this is all going on, I'd like to start taking out incense from my pack and lighting it and kind
I'll
of
put
like
you down for that.
putting it out. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna try to again get myself away from Anuk if he allows it, and then start lighting
I'll
incense
put
in
you
a
down.
circle. Thank you.
I'll tilt hands and stuff and send hands towards the tower.
Have I been put down yet?
Nope.
No.
I understand that Tapartos wants to go to hypothetically Moog's tower rubble thing, but I need something to cast with.
You have your book.
I can ritual cast Tensor's floating disc,
What else do you
identify, and
need?
detect magic. I need
You
an
tell
arcane
me, what
focus.
do you need? This is the business I want to get in.
Tebartos.
I need an arcane focus. If all I cast is Eldritch Blast, that's all I cast. But I need an arcane focus.
You need a crystal, right?
Magic crystal. No.
Does it have to be magic for an arcane focus?
Nope.
As
I don't
all
know what
this is going
constitutes an
on-
arcane focus.
I mean, you can use a rod, staff, or wand as a arcane focus. It doesn't. I don't think has to be magic.
So you can just pick up a stick.
No.
It has
No?
to be a
Oh.
wand.
There are specific ones that
A stick is a
are
wand.
listed. No, there are specific ones that are listed for each class of like what your arcane focus looks like,
Oh, okay.
or like
Okay,
what
so
it can
what's your-
be.
What does your
So,
arcane
does that mean I
focus
can
look like?
use my ring from the genie that he gave me as an arcane focus because I cast magic with it from the pact of the genie? To tether to people with it?
Is a ring on your list of approved arcane foci for Warlock?
I don't know. I'm gonna go double check it. But it's something
Is it a
specifically I
gift
get
from their
from.
patron?
It is a gift from my patron, proving our like pact.
Right,
And
I understand
I
that.
do stuff
but,
with it.
But
I'm gonna look.
I think it needs to be something separate from.
I'm
Bartos, our
looking.
God
Patron.
feels wrong.
What?
Our God feels wrong. Pray for me.
I will pray for you if you pray for me. Give me a moment.
No, literally, pray to Sylvanas right now. I don't care if it's for me.
That is exactly what I am doing. And
Not my
as I
fault.
do that, I finish a 9-pointed circle in the ground. At each point is a block of incense, all of them lit and wisping up to the sky. I'm going to sit directly in the middle of the circle and hold a symbol of Sylvanas carved out of pure silver that's going to disintegrate up into the air as I imbue it with holy magic, and I'm going to cast divination.
Ooh,
Good spell.
fancy magic.
Before you do that, I just
Yes.
want to remind the DM that arcane focus falls under equipment, not magic items.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, it would not be an item imbued with magic. It would just be a piece of equipment.
Correct.
Yeah, arcane focus is
His
dubbed
original arcane
as-
focus was destroyed by the ruin
Yeah.
card. He got a magic one that was
That
imbued
was
with
plus
magic.
1/+1.
That was +1/+1, so he lost that.
I
So
don't,
now
I
he
don't have,
has-
yeah. But it says arcane focuses. It just says arcane focus. There's a different thing for like druid focus.
There's
Arcane
arcane
focus,
focus, crystal.
crystal orb, rod, staff, wand. And then there's druidic focus. There's holy symbols, and then there's other adventuring gear. There's nothing specific to warlocks.
But ring is not on that list of items that are approved.
No, but being an orb, a crystal, a rod, a staff, or a wand, we can arrange for you to get a new arcane focus here in nature.
Explain.
Arthos has a quarterstaff.
Lysander does as well.
Yep, Lysander, can you put me down, please? I have to use the bathroom.
You're not going to Waterdeep without the rest of us.
I am not going to Waterdeep. I am going to pee all over you if you do not put me down.
Okay.
You're about to be Waterdeep.
I
Who
mean,
has
I
shape
could give
water?
him, because I don't use a focus, I could give him mine. It's a wooden staff.
Ivan, let
That
me
would
know
work.
if they are trying to leave. And I set tempo.
That'll work. I'll take it. I don't care. We
I'm
go
I'm
down.
not
going
saying
to go-
stop them. I'm just saying let me know.
I'm going to go behind the nearest bush. Real quick.
Okay. You do that.
Excellent.
And Jay splits the party again.
Tapartos,
Yes.
you cast divination.
Yes.
What is your single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days?
Am I allowed to commune with my party?
I will assume you did so before casting the spell.
So yes.
I'm going to let you know. I get a single question that I may ask Sylvanas. And she may answer us and she may not.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
That's okay, Tomo. You and I, we got this staff you need to work with, and I give it to you.
I also must let you know that with the symbol that I have sacrificed for this, if I were to choose to cast this another 2 times, I could technically potentially get 2 more questions. So if we fuck up the first one, it's not the end of the world, but I would like to get this first one right.
I'm gonna sit all 3 of these out.
Something Tapartos
reasons.
wants to know and wants to figure out how to ask
I
is
mean,
whether or
it's-
not
There are specific parameters here, so keep that in
it
mind.
is between you
Tapartos
and
understands.
your god. I mean, I step out of a city and I'm with my nature. It's not my god, but it's who I decide to spend my time with. So you do you. You
Okay,
got you.
I can't tell you how to commune with your god either.
He is literally asking us as a party what we would like
Yes.
to ask his god.
I don't have a question for your god, is what I'm trying to say.
Same.
Huh.
Tapartos wants to know if Moog is still alive. Tapartos
Is it-
needs to figure out how to ask that question, and will attempt to do his best. Tapartos also understands that there are many other questions that may need to be asked. Where the natural order is, what is going on with the giants versus the dragons, what is happening with Xerxes, all of these things are very important, yes.
So you can only ask questions that are goals.
that
or
will
events.
happen in the next
Concerning,
7 days.
has to be
concerning
yes
a
or no.
specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
7 days.
And do
Okay.
they have to be yes or no questions?
No.
Okay.
As I say, you could ask if you
This-
would find someone at Moog's Tower, because that's technically a goal. And that would answer if she's there or not. Or at
I
least
will-
if someone's there.
I will consider this a puzzle
Great.
for your general knowledge of those things.
So we could use DM points of inspiration for hints.
We could.
Coda pays attention.
Yep. Sure did.
So, who all still has points?
Tapartos has 1.
I also have one.
I have 1.
I have this many.
Infinite.
0-0?
I have goggles of
Tell you what,
inspiration.
you have this many. That's 1/2.
That means I can only ever give out one more half point of DM inspiration. You don't know what you've done, you fool.
I've
Looks
already
messing
screwed
it up
us
again.
once. Might as well do it twice.
I mean, hey, if this is the last episode of the series, then well, fuck it. It's fine. It's been a fun ride, guys.
Well, then,
I'll
Tapartos,
fake card the shit out of this before that happens.
as this is your question that you want to ask about whatever Moog is, as a player to player, not as Tumult to Tapartos, use your DM inspiration point to get it right. Like, it's your question you want to ask. This is your spell. This is your sacrificing thing that you're doing.
Or you could try it
Regardless
twice
of-
before wasting it. Because you have
Regardless
3
of,
questions.
what we have, but that's the only question I'm assuming he wants answered. Like, this is his thing.
That's fair.
I know he's trying to be a team player here, but
This is also a brand new world, essentially.
Yep.
You guys have no idea what exactly is going on. So just keep those things in mind. So if you want to ask more than one question, you can spell multiple times, even if you get the one about Moog correct.
There's still important information to be found.
But it seems that for you, at this moment in time, the Moog thing's the most important thing to you as Tapartos.
All right.
So do
If
what
that
you
is
want
the
to do.
case,
And now I'm going to walk off and go play with the staff and see if I can start casting magic with it.
So you can cast Eldritch Blast
Yeah,
Or-
is that it?
or whatever
first
else you don't
ritual
need other
cast of
components
this.
for.
Okay. So all
For
my
my
cantrips
first-
and my Eldritch invocations? Sorry.
Sure. Go ahead.
for my first cast of this, I'm going to do my best to phrase this correctly. Oh, I hate that face.
No, this is going to be really hard for me for reasons you don't know.
Okay. Great Sylvanus, with all of your kindness, your faith, your glory, your wisdom, please bestow upon me an answer to a question that is dear to me and to my friends. Tapartos wishes to know if we were to assault Grudhag, would we have the help of Moog that would bring us to success in our endeavors?
Mm.
You sit and you pause for a moment. And you, and only you, hear a response. Sylvanus can't answer the phone, you see. Instead, it's me, Lion Dandy.
I had a feeling because you did the voice earlier.
You wish to assault the dear Grudhag, but all that'll bring is a very bloody fog. You seek to know the fate of Moog. That is just acidine, irrelevant, and blatantly rude. You know not where she is, no idea where she may be. Guess you'll have to ask a new question to dear old Lion Dandy.
We're
We're
fucked.
inside. We're inside fucking Toon World.
And that is where we're going to end for this episode. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching. We will be picking this up for all of you next week. Come and join us as our wonderful, wonderful heroes try to figure out where in the fuck they have landed themselves.
I am living.
And how to escape. Thank you so very much for watching, everybody. Hope to see you again real soon.